What's going on, guys? CTG Matt back. For the title of the video today, we are ranking every rookie from this rookie class. Obviously, you can't rank a rookie from last class. Rookie of the Year leaders is our top category today. May have won it last year, because if you remember, last year's class wasn't particularly strong. Will stick around, not enough time to judge, and never plays. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Apologies at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that at the bottom because it's cut off right now, but there's two Jahmai Mayshacks. I figured, what's better than one Shack? Two Mayshak. All right, like I said, like, subscribe. We'll start off with a heavy hitter. Cooper Flagg is your Rookie of the Year leader, if not number 2. He's played spectacularly, getting downhill, going to the basket, playing through contact, passing pretty well at times, defending. That's like his floor. His floor was a good defender. Jump shooting starting to turn around too. I feel like his three-point percentage at least has taken a couple of ticks up since the beginning of the season. Cooper Flagg is a terrific player and was showing why he was the #1 player in the draft and why he was this hyped up prospect. He's been insane for the Dallas Mavericks. It's just unfortunate that the team itself not really great around him. But individually, Cooper Flagg's been terrific. He's either #1 or #2 in Rookie of the Year voting. He's averaging like 20 a game. Throw the other one up there too because there were teammates and there were roommates in college, man. If you haven't heard that 100 times by now, it's Kon Kneppel. Kon Kneppel is a spectacular shooter. Just broke the record for fewest games to make 200 threes. I believe it was 55 games to make 200 threes. And then he hit 201 right after. So he is an electric shooter. He is very reminiscent. I don't even know who is like Klay Thompson was my comparison, I guess. Klay Thompson type. Because the way that he comes off screens, he can ball handle a little bit too. Of course, I'm talking about pre-injuries Klay Thompson. He comes off screens with aggression, whether it's getting downhill. He's not the best finisher, but he can do it. And he has touch in the mid-range as well. He has shooting ability from all over the court. Kon Kneppel is a spectacular player, and I think his floor was a lot higher than I expected. He's been terrific. Remember in Summer League when he couldn't buy a 3 and people were like, oh boy. Well, now he is. He's been spectacular this season. He also has plus position. He has decent size. I was going to say plus positional size, but I don't think it's like plus. Yeah, he's a decent defender, and he's already formed a very fun tandem trio of young guys there in Charlotte with LaMelo and Brandon Miller. Add Moussa Diabate. It's an incredible class, and there's even more Charlotte Hornets that are going to be higher up on the ranks later. I'm going to put VJ Edgecombe and may have won it last year. He's shooting relatively well from 3, like 36, 37%. It's respectable for a rookie. Of course, there's that flip over time. He started off so hot in his rookie year that it was destined to come down a little bit. Not every rookie. I mean, he put up, 35 in his first game or whatever. He was torching my Celtics for like 40, right? After that, though, it hasn't been smooth sailing for the kid, but again, it's his rookie season, and he's playing with Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, Quentin Grimes. Like, he's playing with other guys that have to get their shit off too. What would it look like if he was on a team where he was able to create his own shot and basically be independent? What would happen if he was in an Ace Bailey or a Trey Johnson situation where he's able to get the ball more and play with the ball more? No clue. No clue. But what he is right now is a spectacular rookie. I mean, just the athleticism is unreal. We knew that coming out of college, but my God, the athleticism in the NBA, man, he's a different breed. He's a different breed. He can jump out of the gym, and he's showing a decent to consistent jump shot. I'm very happy with what the 76ers have gotten out of VJ Edgecombe. I didn't expect this much to begin with. Dylan Harper's a hard one to rank because would he have won it last year? Would he have beat Stephon Castle? I'm going to put him in will stick around because I think his floor, he's a very good defender for his size. He can pass, and he finishes well at the rim, and he's a good mid-range shooter. He has good mid-range touch. The downside, he can't really shoot threes. He's not making them at an efficient clip. He's not passing as much, but the thing is like he's the third guard on his team already. He came in and he's the third guard. The second pick is the third guard. Spurs' embarrassment of riches at the point guard position has hurt his counting stats a little bit because he hasn't been allowed to to do all the things that a rookie would if he was on a team that typically would be bad. He's not on a bad team. He's on the second seed in the West. They're playing to win games, not for player development's sake. So I'm not exactly sure if he would have won it last year. That's why I'm putting it down a row from VJ. But I think it's also because he's he's the third guard, not to mention Victor, Vassell, all these other guys that get looks. He's just playing on a stacked team. If he can make a 3, it'd be a little bit better, but he has such good mid-range touch. I really like Dylan Harper. I just think he'll be around for a while. Ace Bailey, in the beginning, looked really, really bad. He wasn't getting much PT to begin with. He wasn't making shots when he was getting them. Of recently, He's been better. I'm going to put him in will stick around. I don't think he's on the level of VJ Edgecombe, but I think he has had such a decent season. His shooting percentages is ticking up. I think he's around 33 from 3, which it's still below league average, but it's not like comically bad. His stats are eerily similar to Dylan Harper's, which is why it makes sense that they're right next to each other. Bailey's a better shooter from 3 right now, but Harper's a much more consistent mid-range player. Harper also has better passing, but he's a guard. I don't know. I love Ace Bailey. I really do. I actually picked him to be like second in Rookie of the Year before the season started, which is aging not great, but he's getting the looks. He's getting the attempts that he needs, kind of. He's getting the development he needs in Utah. And I don't know if it's going to be as an all-star, but I think he's a guy that can stick around. Good athleticism, good size. If he bulks up in the offseason, that would definitely help a little bit too. I just think he might need a little bit more muscle mass on him. Trey Johnson, I think, could have won it last year, potentially, because he's such an electric three-point shooter and scorer in general. He gets hot. He's shooting 37% from 3 on the year. That's pretty damn good. He's averaging, 12 and some change? 12.7. It's actually closer to 13 a game for Trey Johnson. He's a guy that's doing it because of opportunity. Again, I don't want to knock, Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, and say, no, they're not as good as Trey Johnson. Trey Johnson's just been given a longer leash than the other two. Both of them are having good all of them are having good rookie seasons. Everyone on this tier list so far that's been ranked has had a good rookie season. But Trey Johnson's, I think, is just a little bit better. Not saying he's going to be a better player, but his rookie season has been a little bit better because he's been allowed that leash to make mistakes and to do everything that he needs to develop as a player. And he's learned, I can shoot from anywhere on the court. He has the green light, and his coaches don't look at him crazy when he takes those jumpers anymore. 13 a game on decent to league average efficiency, I'll take that. The passing isn't great, but he's more of a 2 guard than a point guard anyways. He's not playing with a ton of talent around him, so, maybe they don't maximize him the way that he would need to, but he can create, he can score from, like I said, from anywhere. He could shoot from anywhere. He has range. I really like the team that they're building around him, I guess, quote unquote, even though it's not necessarily a him-led team. But I think as a complimentary guy, he'll have a really decent career. I think Fears is going to go into here. Fears is a rookie point guard that looks like a rookie point guard, a guy who's made a ton of mistakes as a year 1 guy. That's okay. The Pelicans have 16 wins. You're allowed to fuck up, I like Jeremiah Fears. I think he'll hang around the league for a while. He's a typical point guard. I could very much see him developing into a Tyus Jones type career maybe, but he's also a good scorer. He has a decent floater. His efficiency sucks. That's rookie point guard. He struggles with turnovers and he struggles with efficiency. That's typical rookie point guard stuff. I still believe in Jeremiah Fears a ton. I know the Pelicans have needed better point guard play, but that's why you have Jeremiah Fears. You're hoping that he can be that in like the next year or two. I think he has decent to above average scoring ability at his peak. Yegor Dioman is going to go in the will stick around category as well. Plus positional size point guard who can shoot. He's an elite shooter already. He's an electric shooter. He's shooting like 38, 39% from 3. 39% from the field as well, I'm pretty sure, which, on the surface, that's not great. But realistically, his role right now is to just be a bomber. He gets 3s up for the Nets. He's, again, plus positional size. He's a bigger guard. He can pass a little bit, too. He's over 3 assists a game. I know the Nets suck, but Yegor has been a bright spot. A bright spot, I'll say. He's been relatively good for a guy that, I'm going to be honest, I haven't said this about anyone else in this class. I had a lot of doubts about Yegor Dioman. I did. But he's been decent. I think he'll bounce around just because he's a good shooter and he can pass a little bit anyways. Colin Murray-Boyles is going in that same category. Colin Murray-Boyles, while the rest of these guys have counting stats, CMB has dog. He has certified dog in his DNA. He doesn't need to score a ton. He's not a great shooter, like 33, 34% if I had to ballpark. Maybe 32, right? What he does do well, he is a switchable menace. He can be, at least. I think the thing with him is he's such a Raptors player. Raptors don't want anybody 6'10 or above. They want 12, 6'9 guys with 8-foot wingspans. CMB fits the mold. Currently, he's playing center, so he's like 6'9 playing center, so it might 6'8 maybe. It's not the most optimal fit, but the way that they're playing it, they're so switchable, and he's the reason why. He's rangy. He can knock down the 3. He can post up a little bit, I think. Offensively, his bag hasn't really grown a ton. Like, you haven't been able to see him develop new stuff. But defensively, He's already so good. The floor is relatively high. If he can continue knocking down threes at close to a league average rate, you'll stick around the league for a while with plus defense and good three-point shooting, especially as a switchable forward. First one to say not enough time to judge is Kaman Maluak. He hasn't gotten real PT yet. The Suns actually kind of figured, I didn't think they were coming into the year with a solid center core. They've somehow figured it out. Mark Williams and Oso Ighodaro have kind of killed most of the minutes at center. And then when they also needed center minutes, they went with, what's his name? Nick Richards for a little bit was there. Nigel Hayes-Davis was there. Maluak hasn't gotten a look, so he's going to get put down there. He's only played like 3 games maybe. I'd say less than 10 for sure. Cedric Howard's another rookie that'll just stick around for a while, a solid three-point shooter. It could come up a little bit, but he has good positional size. He can score off the dribble a little bit, like attack closeouts. Cedric Howard is a guy that will bounce around the league for a little bit because he's a decent defender as well. He was much higher on the rookie ladder to start the year because he came out guns blazing, it felt like. Since then, he's cooled down a little bit, but that's also because the Grizzlies have gone into full tank mode. I like Cedric Howard a lot. I think his development will really, I'm not sure how to phrase this. His development will really determine the Grizzlies' rebuild speed. If next year he comes in and he's a much better player, you'll see the Grizzlies start to move quicker in their rebuild, in my opinion, but I'm not exactly sure if he's a guy that's going to be a higher ceiling. I don't know. I really don't know. But what he is right now is a solid floor player. Noah Senge. He's going to go down there. Obviously, he hurt his shoulder, and he's been out for the season. I think it's a shoulder injury. So he's going to go and never plays because, I mean, Maluak is at least active, you know. Senge didn't get enough time. Even when he was healthy, he wasn't getting PT anyways. So it's really hard to judge. That's why I put him in never plays because even when he was healthy, he was playing 0 minutes. And then it was like a practice or something where he got hurt because it definitely wasn't in a game. Derek Queen, I'm going to put in may have won it last year. I know his defense isn't great, and a lot of people talk about center defense. That's understandable. He needs to lose some of that baby fat and then bulk up a little bit, like, you know, add muscle, you know, get rid of fat, replace it with muscle. It's typical hypertrophy. You know, I think Derek Queen last year, if you place him in last year's class, he would have gave Stephon Castle a run for his money. A big man who is slow-footed, but gets the damn job done. He knows how to rebound well. He passes. He can't shoot elite, but, you know, when Jokic came in, he couldn't shoot that well from 3 either. But they both had really good touch around the rim, and that's kind of what differentiates it. I really like Derek Queen a lot. I think he would have given Stephon Castle a run for his money if he was in last year's class. Carter Bryant, I'm going to put in not enough time to judge. I feel like I watched him more in the dunk contest than I do during a normal Spurs game. They have a lot of wings. And again, the Spurs are a team where it's like they had 2 top 20 picks or whatever, and they're the 2 seed, you know? So Carter Bryant isn't getting as many looks because they have Harrison Barnes, Julian Champagnie, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson. They have wings, right? And then Stephon Castle can play a wing spot because he's an above-average guard. Carter Bryant, he's played a good amount of minutes, but it hasn't been enough for me to really make a judgment yet, in my opinion at least. Do I think he could be good? Absolutely. Is he? I don't know yet. Thomas Sorber, I don't think I think he's been injured, but also he just doesn't really get a ton of PT. Again, OKC is one of those situations where if a guy gets drafted there, he probably won't play a ton because guess what? They got a lot of talent already. Up next is Yang Hansen. Not enough time to judge Hansen Yang. There's not enough time. You know, he's looked bad at the NBA level, all things considered. He hasn't been the best at the NBA level. In the G, he's been all right, you know, so that definitely means something. I believe in him to an extent. I think he could be a solid center one day, but he's another one that's like diet Derek Queen almost, where it's like he looks too baby fat-ish. Kind of like non-muscular enough, in my opinion. I think he could be really good in the NBA. I think he could be another one of those Jokic archetypes, or another guy later in this one from the Kings. Yang Hansen could be good, but it's just not right now. Not right now. But he was doing good in the G League last I checked, numbers-wise. Johan Berenger has not gotten enough looks. Again, Naz Reid, Rudy Gobert already in their rotation. They don't necessarily play him a ton. When I've seen him play, I actually don't dislike what I've seen. Maybe a Timberwolves fan in the comments will be like, he's dog shit, dude. But when I've seen him play, it hasn't been that bad, you know? I like Johan Berenger, the Frenchman. I think he could be a good, solid backup big man. I thought he was going to get traded to the Bulls or something at the deadline when the Dosunmu trade went through, but I think Minnesota's able to keep him still. Also just super young. I'm pretty sure he just turned 19, like within the last 2 months or something like that. Like, Johan Berenger is very young and could be interesting. Late line, you know, one of those late round development pieces that the Timberwolves can pick up. It'd be interesting to see. Up next, we have Walter Clayton. I don't know. I'm not a big Walter Clayton guy. I wasn't when he was coming out of Florida either, but he was damn good in college, I'll tell you that much. But at the NBA level, his efficiency's been bad. His passing isn't dog shit. He got traded at the deadline to Memphis, I think, right? So we'll see how that goes. But overall, I'm not really bid on him being an NBA player yet, but also I haven't seen enough of him to really make a full judgment yet. Traore, I still don't think we're at enough time to judge yet. He was a guy early season that wasn't playing a ton, but he's also on a team with a ton of young guys that have been looking to develop, like the guy almost damn near, you know what, we're moving him over, right above him in Yegor Delman, and they also added some other rookies, a lot of rookies. Ben Saraf is later in here, right here, he's moving. And then they also added, wait, where is he? There's another rookie that they added here. Where is he? I don't know. I can't find him right now. I can't find Danny Wolf right now. Either way, they had a ton of rookies to this class, and he just didn't get a look in the beginning of the year. I think he's a better traditional point guard maybe than Yegor, but I think both of them are kind of in the same ilk of player right now. It's just Yegor's gotten more opportunity. Yakachonis doesn't get enough PT, in my opinion, for my liking. I mean, I understand you gave Davion Mitchell an extension, but why is Kaz not playing still? I don't know. He's had a couple of really good games when he has played. Over the last month, he's definitely played more. But the Heat should realize they just aren't a good team and start shoving minutes on him. Like, start putting minutes load on him. It would help his development. Getting in a game, I think, would help a young player. Hot take. I think he could be a very good passer and a very good scorer as a guard, and he's shown that. He had a 20-point game not that long ago, but it's just not enough opportunity. He's played 500 minutes. That's it. People aren't going to like this one. I think Will Riley could stick around the league. He's had some decent games of recent for the Wizards. I understand if you're not watching Wizards games, there's no reason to. Don't even worry about it. Don't even. Because I do it just because I like the pain. I think Will Riley could potentially be an NBA player. I think there's something in there. It's one of those things, it's like the gambler digging in the mine, and it's like there could be, I would even say it's diamonds in there. You could find something cool, maybe like iron ore, like we're playing Minecraft. Like, it could be iron ore back there, but hey, we don't mind an iron ore around here. What we don't want is lava. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm making Minecraft analogies that just aren't landing, even for me. I don't know where to put Drake Powell because I don't like Drake Powell that much. Shout out to North Carolina. I don't think Drake Powell, I guess I'll put him in not enough time to tell. Not enough time to judge, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to think about Drake Powell. Does he have some moves where every once in a while it's like, oh, he's getting into a bag? Yeah, a little bit. He can make some moves, but I don't know. I don't know, and that's the biggest thing. When I don't know, I err on the side of caution, and that's kind of what I'm doing. I wasn't the biggest Drake Powell guy coming out. He had some flashes. He's definitely had some flashes this year, but I think he's averaging less points per game than Will Riley. Asa Newell, you want to talk about a guy that doesn't get any fucking playing time? It's Asa Newell. Newell, whatever. He doesn't play. He just doesn't. The Hawks have a ton of wings that they had over there. Jalen Johnson can play over there. Zach Ricochet was a #1 pick last year, and he's looked god-awful. Asa should get more of a look with Zach Ricochet struggling. I don't know. I don't know what to think about Asa Newell. He's played less than 200 minutes total this season. Clifford, call me crazy again. I think he can stick around, man. I think Nick Clifford can be a productive role player in the NBA. I think there's a productive role player in there somewhere. I don't think he's ever going to be a star. I don't think he's going to be an all-star, but I think he could be a very solid 3-and-D guy. And there's value in that. There's a lot of value in that. Will stick around the league is basically the category of like, he at worst, at the floor, he's going to be serviceable. And that's what I think about Nick Clifford. I know his box plus-minus and his plus-minus looks atrocious right now, but he's playing for the Kings. Whether he's on or whether he's off, the Kings suck. I've added another category for Jace Richardson. He's going in the almost died from dunking category. If you watch the dunk contest, he almost died because, yeah, he tried to do a 360, hit the side of the backboard and the rim, and I don't know. I don't know. Jace Richardson, I just wanted to make this category special for him. I don't necessarily think he's a bad player. I don't necessarily have an opinion on whether he'll be a good player or not. I just think that he was way too close to dying during the fucking dunk contest. Maybe next time just do something simpler, big guy. Ben Saraf, I just don't think I've ever seen him play basketball. Every time I turn on the nets, it's either Traore or Dillman running the show. And where's Ben Saraf in that? I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. Even when he has played, you look at his stats, it's like, ooh, I might be good on that one. As we move on to Danny Wolf, oh god, dude, I don't like any of the Nets rookies, is what I'm discovering, except for Yegor. But I think Danny Wolf is more serviceable. I think he can knock down the three. He can. He's at like 32%. It's not pretty. I think he can. And I think he will better in the future. He'll be better. He has the look of a Chase Budinger. I don't know. I think the Nets rookies should be in a class of their own. I should just create another tier that's Nets rookies. Kind of lazy, don't feel like doing that. As we have Hugo Gonzalez up next, who's going to stick around the league for a while, in my opinion. Hustle, energy, great defensive instincts, can ball handle a little bit. He had a nice Euro step layup yesterday against the Suns. He's had some really good flashes. He can hit a three here and there. Hugo Gonzalez is a very high floor rookie. Because if this is the floor right now, which is like Avery Bradley but foreign, overseas Avery Bradley, I will take that, right? He pressures the ball all the way up the court. He has great hands, good instincts, jumping passing lanes. I've spoken a lot about him defensively. Offensively, he can handle a little bit. He can shoot a little bit. That's all you really need him to do. Liam McNeely never plays. He's been in the G League, I think, for a lot of the year, so I'm not going to jump on him like that. Yannick Koenig-Niederhauser will stay in this league, dude. That's a productive, typical modern day center. You're DeAndre Jordan, you're a Robert Williams type center where it's like he can jump, he blocks a ton of shots, he can dunk the basketball off a pick and roll. Yannick Niederhauser just checks the boxes of what the modern day role play, like non-all-star level center can do. Yannick Niederhauser will be around here for a while. Rasheer Fleming gets no burn. Who else we got here? This is Noah Penda, who actually has knocked down his three has knocked down the three at a relatively consistent rate, 38 and some change percent. I know that for a fact. Noah Penda has shown me some things, and I got to apologize to him for that because he's been an alright shooter. I know it's not a ton of attempts. It's not like he hasn't crossed like 200 attempts, but he's knocked them down when he's been given the chance. I have to apologize because I confused him and I mixed up Noah Penda, Kobe Brea, and Koa Pete, and oh my god, they're way too close. I don't know why, but Noah Penda got stuck in Koa Pete for me, and I think I mixed the two up in a video a while back. I don't know, I just feel bad about it, but he has knocked down his threes at a relatively consistent rate, and he has good size. Just wears a weird jersey number. I think it's like 93. Sion James, he'll stick around for a while. I'm going to move myself down so that way you can see the tiers more. Sion James is going to stick around the league for a while. A super talented backup guard who's built like a fucking pit bull. I mean, he's a small, like a 6'1", 6'2" guard that plays like he's about 6'5" because he's just so damn strong. He reminds me of a Davion Mitchell or something like that. He's just so good. He's just so good. This rookie class from the Hornets, man, they really hit this shit out of the park because Ryan Kalkbrenner's up next, and he's going in the same tier. 7-footer who can finish around the rim, has really good touch around the rim. Maybe, in my opinion, a little bit soft around the edges, but he's still young, so there is still time to develop that, and, he could put on some weight. He's good. He's good. He has good touch around the rim. I really like him, and he can protect the rim. He's a guy that I think shot the three coming out of college. Don't think he's done it at the NBA level, but if you can make your shots around the rim, who the fuck needs a three? Janai Broom, did anyone think that pick was good when it happened? I'm not going to lie. He was great at college, a great player in college. Did anyone think he really stood a chance in the NBA? Raise your hand, because I'm not raising my hand. Adu Thero blew his ACL or something like that. He's been out since early this season. In practice, he got hurt his knee, been done for the year. Up next, we have Chaz Lanier. I think he could be something. He's played some spot minutes for the Pistons, like when Cade was out and Ivy was out. Cade, when he misses games, and Ivy was out a good amount to start the year. Chaz Lanier, Danish Jenkins, guys like that have really gotten a chance with the Pistons this year. And Chaz Lanier hasn't particularly been bad. I could probably move him down one. I feel like I could, but I don't think I'm gonna. This is Cam Jones. Now, I understand if you're not watching Pacers games because they stink. They do. But Cam Jones pieced together some good box scores. I actually want to pull up some of his box scores recently because he's been playing some all-right basketball when he gets run. I mean, as you can tell, early season, just a shitload of inactives, but then he starts getting some spot PT, and look at the last month. He's gotten good PT, you know, relatively consistent. He's at 36 from 3, 48 from the field. He'd be averaging 7 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. That's so not bad. From a rookie, that's not bad at all. I'd take that. And I know the plus minuses haven't been great, but again, the Pacers are a team that's pretty bad, with or without him. So I like Cam Jones. I think there's something there. Just keep digging a little bit. And with Halliburton back, it should help him even more. Elijah Martin doesn't get PT. That's Kobe Brea right there. He doesn't get PT either. Who else we got here? I think this is Micah Peavy, who I'm going to put not enough time to judge. He's been getting run with the Pelicans. I'm not going to say I sat here and watched all his minutes. I haven't. Simply because the Pelicans are an atrocious viewing experience a lot of the time. But he's shown some things. You know, I wasn't familiar with him at the start of the year, but he's been around and he's put up some game logs every once in a while. Jameer Watkins is down here. He doesn't get PT. He can go down there. As can Brooks Barnhizer. I'm not sure what to think about him right now. Maxime Reynaud is here, and I'm going to put him in. I got to look at his counting stats again. I'm going to put him in will stick around for now, but I'll check again. Shit, dude, that's pretty solid. I'm going to put him up there. I'm doing it. The Kings didn't give him a full year of PT. He sat behind some guys to start the year. He wasn't getting a ton of burn to start the year, but they need to let him rock out more. His touch around the rim, his floater game is magnificent. He can pass the ball because, of course, he's an overseas big man. They all can pass the goddamn ball when they come over here. The Frenchman, he's terrific. Is he great defensively? Maybe not. Is he serviceable? It's not bad. I don't think it's bad defense, but he's still kind of doughy, a little rookie, looking like a rookie, you know? You got to get that muscle up. You got to get that NBA diet. Then you can reach a new level. I think Reynaud has a very high ceiling as a player. I think he could be something to look at and just keep giving looks if you're the Kings, because what else do the Kings have to lose? They stink. This is Rocco Zakarski. I don't know who that is. Amari Williams, he's gotten some burn with the Celtics. Like, it's not a lot. He got I think he had a start against Portland not long ago where he wasn't bad. But otherwise than that, I don't know. He doesn't play a ton. They traded for Vucevic, so that means he's going to play even less. This guy was hard to find a good picture on Google for. So I kind of want to give him his own tier. Let me pronounce his name. So if you want to know how to pronounce his name, it's Bogolyub. Buy one, get one is in his name, bro. And then Markovic. Markovic is easy to pronounce. But, yeah, I had no clue who he was before I did the research for this video, and then I put the tier list together. I had to find a good picture of him, and he looks terrifying. He kind of looks like, who was the Russian guy from Rocky? What the hell was his name? I can't remember right now. Javon Small, I think, can stick around. I think that's a quality backup point guard right there. He can knock down the three. He can pass a little bit. He moves with the ball well. I think there's something there, potentially, for Javon Small and the Grizzlies. They don't have a ton to root for this year, but this is a guy that's like, hey, it's a second-round pick. You're giving him a flyer, really, because the team's not going to be good regardless. Why not give Javon Small a chance? And he's done really well. I think he's shooting over 40 from 3. Yeah, he's shooting 42 from 3. Good shit, Javon Small. If you can shoot, if you're a 40% three-point shooter, you'll bounce around the league consistently. Like, even if you're not a one-team guy, you'll find a role. Tyrese Proctor, I don't think there's enough time to judge because he's now buried behind James Harden, and Craig Porter Jr. is there, and they have enough guard play, is what I'm getting at. They have enough guard play. And so they haven't needed Tyrese Proctor consistently, but when they've called his name, he's had some alright game logs. I'm really proud of Tyrese Proctor because I didn't know with how late he was picked in the draft. I didn't know if he'd even make the main roster because the Cavs were supposed to be this big team, better team. They have been really good recently, but yeah, he's been helping off the bench. When his name's been called, he's been productive. Kobe Sanders. Not enough time to judge, but I think if anywhere, he'd be going up a row and will stick around. He's a dirty work guy on the perimeter. He can knock down his threes too, but he's not afraid to dive for a loose ball here and there. He's not afraid to defend somebody. I like Kobe Sanders. I think he has good spirit. We have Mo Diawara. He does play here and there, but I'm going to put him in never plays because the majority of the season he's spent on the bench. I like Mo Diawara, though. Good hustle. Needs to be able to knock down the three, but that can come, that comes with time. But he does have a lot of hustle. Like, I've seen him diving on loose balls. He played a really good game against the Celtics when they beat them on, when was that? I can't remember. But the last time they beat the Celtics, Mo Diawara was actually pretty decent in that game. I don't mind him. I think he could be a hustle guy, but it's just he doesn't get a ton of PT, and their team has a lot of vets on it, so he's just kind of there. This is Alex Tui. I'm unfamiliar with him. John Tonje. He's a Celtic, and I don't think I've seen him play yet. I've watched every Celtics game. I don't think I've seen him play. Then we got Talon Peter. Doesn't really play. Who's this white guy? Lachlan Olbrich, I think. I think he could be something. Maybe Vucevic out. Maybe Olbrich gets more looks with Jalen Smith at the 5. I don't know. I think it could be a chance, but I think I'm just still going to put him in never plays. Will Richard. I think he could... I'm reorganizing tiers now on myself. Will Richard, I think, could stick around. He's shows a lot of confidence in his ability to play. Like, he's a very, he's a confident guy, is basically what I'm going to say. And he enjoys seeming to play around Steph and Draymond and all them. He's a guy that can work with them. And that's been an issue for the Warriors, is finding guys that can work with Steph and Draymond. Will Richard seems like the guy that might be able to. We got Max Shulga. Max Shulga doesn't play. Meshack. How do I feel about Meshack? Jemai Meshack, I'm going to put in not enough time to judge. He hasn't played that much. And then the last one here, what's his name? How could I forget Saliu Niang? I'm unfamiliar. And like I said, just ignore the fact that there's another Jemai Meshack at the bottom. That's my mistake. The tier list is over, though. There's everyone. I don't know where to move myself so that way you can see it. Either way, if you enjoyed this video, you should like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for joining me. I'm going to catch you game. See you guys in the next one.